On the afternoon of September 20th, dishwasher gray and rainy, a man named Dale Figgo picked up a hitchhiker on Gus Grissom Boulevard in Tangelo Shores, Florida. The hitchhiker, who reminded Figgo of Danny DeVito, asked for a lift to the interstate. Figgo agreed to take him there after finishing an errand. The distance to the highway wasn't far, and the hitchhiker would have walked if not for the pounding thunder and wild lightning. As a boy, he had witnessed a neighbor's gelded llama struck to the ground by a bolt that lit up the small Wisconsin pasture like Lambeau Field. The llama had survived the shock, but from then on yipped day and night like an addled collie. The hitchhiker shared this anecdote with Dale Figgo, who agreed that lightning was a thing to be avoided. Soon they entered a manicured subdivision called Sanctuary Falls, where Figgo eased his Dodge Ram 1500 quad cab to the curb and told the hitchhiker what was about to happen. The hitchhiker placed his backpack on the floorboard and pivoted warily toward the back seat, where he saw an assault rifle, a can of bear spray, a sex doll made to look like the lower torso of a woman, and a pile of clear Ziploc bags. Each bag contained a handful of what appeared to be beach sand and a garishly printed flyer. Reading upside down, the hitchhiker saw that one of the words was Jewish. Figgo began sorting and stacking the bags on the console. "I'll drive," he said. "You throw." "Do what?" "The sand is for weight, also so the baggies won't blow away." The hitchhiker said, "I'm pretty sure Holocaust isn't spelled with a K." "And I'm pretty sure I didn't tell you to proof-teach my business." Slowly, Figgo began driving up and down the tidy streets, the hitchhiker reluctantly lobbing the slur-filled Ziplocs onto driveways of multi-million-dollar properties lush with bougainvilleas, black olive trees, and hybrid palms. When the hitchhiker noticed a shamrock painted on one of the mailboxes, he asked Figgo if they were in the right neighborhood. "Never question the mission," Figgo said. "What mission exactly?" "Community outreach, dumbass, to enlight the motherfucking citizenry." "Enlight?" the hitchhiker said. "For real?" Figgo reached across and popped him in the jaw. "What the hell?" cried the hitchhiker, rubbing his chin. It was the first time he'd been slugged by a driver. Propositioned, sure. Robbed, too many times to count. But never once punched. And he'd thumbed his way from coast to coast. Figgo said, "You want to ride to 95 or not?" The rain was falling harder, the thunder more ominous. "Well, why'd you hit me? For Christ's sake, I'm old enough to be your dad." "Just keeping it real," said Figgo, grinning. "That's what I do. My top forte, you might say." "What's wrong with this fuck whistle?" wondered the hitchhiker. After all the bagged tracts were distributed, Figgo made a phone call to somebody named Jonas and reported that the run had been completed without incident. But then, as Figgo was navigating an exit from Sanctuary Falls, a gangly middle-aged blond man stepped into the road. He wore orange Crocs and a terry cloth robe, and he was clutching one of Figgo's baggies. Heatedly, he waved both arms, signaling for the pickup truck to halt. The hitchhiker perceived that this particular citizen was rejecting Figgo's version of enlightenment. As soon as Figgo hit the brakes, the man in the robe lurched closer. Figgo grabbed the can of bear spray from the back seat. Don't, the hitchhiker said. "Self-defense. You're my fucking witness." "Seriously, the dude's wearing a damn robe." "So did Mike Tyson." Figgo rolled down his window. The man in the street was cursing in a wheezy, irate voice. He called Figgo a low-life racist and scumbag Nazi. Then he reared back and hurled the plastic bag, which, because of the sand, made a thwap when it bounced off Figgo's forehead. "Game on," Figgo crowed, aiming the nozzle of the bear spray at the maniac. But when he pulled the trigger, nothing happened, not even a squirt. The hitchhiker reached over and snatched away the can. "It's empty, bro," he said. "Viva," Figgo muttered. "That stupid bitch." The angry homeowner was now endeavoring to spit through a slanting sheet of rain at Figgo's prized ram. When Figgo stomped on the accelerator, the man tried to jump out of the way, but ended up splayed across the hood of the quad cab.